Yeah. All right, Tomb of the Fallen. So I'll give you a brief introduction, and then Taz can introduce his characters, and we'll make some rolls for hero points. Because at the end of every adventure, your hero points get reset. But at the start of the
Sure.
adventure, if you were successful on the previous one, which technically they weren't, so normally if you were successful, you start with 1d plus 1, and if you just survived, you start with 1d. So we're going to say that they just survived. So you'll both, when the game starts, roll 1d in hero points. But you decided to go back to Ironspire, the city where you both basically grew up. I think Jirak grew up in the city, and Ari did as well, both
No,
locals.
Jurek came to Iron Spider to find his fortune.
Oh, okay. So
So
you're a
he has
visitor
been
there.
there for a number of years.
Yeah, and is that same with Ari?
Ari was there following her family.
So she's not a
Her
local either.
father was uh, was a businessman, but unfortunately had to pay some outstanding debts due to a failed business venture. So they moved into the lower class area
Okay.
of Iron Spire.
So you're pretty familiar with the city. One of your
And Jurek
con
basically threw her out of her home. Yeah,
Nice. Put a notch on the
that's how
belt
they
when you did
first
that.
met.
Used to be an evil
Lovely.
man, Jirak, but now you've seen the
Ah,
errors
yeah,
of your ways and trying to.
that's
It's
right.
never too late. That's the message for everyone watching. Never too late to change. Um, so one of your contacts, Tharo, who's a stonemason, trying to rebuild his life after he had a scare on a previous adventure with his grandson. He shares some
Nearly
information.
losing his grandson.
He nearly
Yes.
lost his grandson. You saved him. That was awesome. He shares some information that when he was at the local quarry, which is on the outskirts of the city, because he's a
Mhm.
stonemason, he collects certain type of stone for his sculptures. He heard whispers that a cave where rumors suggest many years ago a team of adventurers entered in search of what they believe to be hidden treasures deep within. But locals from my Inspire, I suppose, or maybe squatters living on the outskirts, says that after they entered, shortly after, the entrance collapsed and it entombed them inside, and it was left like that for, we'll say, a century. Okay, this is like an ancient story. However, when Tharo was at the quarry, he was told that one of them spied that the rockfall seems to have displaced, revealing a way in. And the first person he thought of that, oh, maybe would like to complete the delve and retrieve the fortune that the adventurers sought those many years ago was none other than Jirak. And
You
that's
probably
it.
know me as Jimmy.
Jimmy was none other than Jimmy. So he quickly scampered. He actually sent his grandson who accompanies
Oh,
him on
okay.
this thing. He sent, I can't remember his name, was it Erendor or something?
His name was
Oh,
Erendor.
it was Erendor. He sent young Erendor, Jimmy, Tharo's got a job for you. To
Yes, my young son.
he's found a cave where there's treasure inside, and he's asked me to take you there. Shall
Well,
you
little
head?
man, we shall go and retrieve it.
Awesome. So let's start by getting the old dice. So what I'll do is I'll post the picture for the. You got the dice chat open? Oh, you have because you rolled before.
Do.
So I'll paste that in there. Hopefully that works. Boom! There it is. Tomb
Oh,
of the
look at that.
Fallen, as you found entrance to a delved cave. All right. Let's roll for Jirak. Hero points, one dice. Let's see if the gods are going to favor you on this adventure. Oh,
Ooh, like that.
lordy! Well done.
Okay, so that's
Six for you.
six.
That bodes well, doesn't it?
That's so it goes to the max anyway. So
Yep. Max six.
just six. Uh, Lee. Oh, come on, you stupid thing. Six. Beautiful. And our good friend Ari has got
Whoa!
five.
Wow! Two hot
Like that.
rolls straight off the pile there. So
Yeah, that's it.
Ari is essentially a companion for Jimmy, who I'll control, but looks up to Jimmy as the leader of this little party. So with that said, let's introduce characters. I'll get Taz to introduce both, starting with whoever you want.
Well, our main character of this adventure is the Orcish warrior Jirak, aka Jimmy the Mace, a who lived in Iron Spire, and saw some horrible things happening with the Merchants Guild that he was part of, where he's working for as a bone breaker, and so his goal is to bring down the Merchants Guild of Iron Spire. His compatriot is the young halfling rogue Arabella Brockwart, Ari to her friends. Her goal is to find her missing brother Dudo, who was taken away from her not so long ago. Uh, um, both have now animal companions. We also have. Excuse me while I just tell somebody to close the door. Thank you.
Professionals at work. Did you put your sign up?
Uh,
The
well,
recording
you're
sign.
assuming that they can read.
Uh,
Anyway,
very good. Put a bit of an
uh,
electric shock
here
on
I have
there.
my youngest who
Oh,
wants to say hello
hello.
too.
This is like a
Uh,
celebrity a game now. We got celebrity number one fan of the video.
Say bye, get to bed, mate. Good night.
See you,
Bye.
mate.
Yeah,
There
right.
you go. As hard as he is, he's a
Um,
family man as well. So there you go.
yeah. Now, if
Um,
that doesn't increase the views, I don't know what will.
we'll try whatever we
Sorry.
can.
So yes,
Animals, kids.
two animal companions. Yes, we have Jirek's companion Woofy the dog, an
There you go.
armored dog, funnily enough, that is carrying some equipment,
Yes, I see here
as well
custom
as
armor.
Ari's rat known as Pat, who has also got the ability to fetch small items if the option presents itself.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Because I think we chose fetch instead of Darksea for Pat. Is that
I
why
think we
we've
might
put
have.
fetch there? Or do you pay
I
extra
thought we
for?
spent some more money
Oh, in that case, you might want to edit
to
that
get
and
it to
say,
do that.
yeah, edit that and say Darksea and fetch. So I know that you've
Oh,
paid for
okay,
that.
all right,
Also at the bottom of Jirak, I've put your allies. I've done some pictures of them. So you got Tharo, the stonemason there. You've got his grandson Erendor, who you say from a
yep,
previous adventure, and also brother
right,
Farik, who's fled into the hills after the
sure,
tragedy of his brother. Awesome. Okay, so with that said,
all right.
Erendor says, is there any items you'd like to purchase before heading out to the cave entrance?
We did purchase some equipment prior to this, so basically refurbished uh, some used items. So Ari purchased a spyglass as well as a light shield to help with blocking of attacks. And Jirak bought some potions of healing and fortune, which Woofy will be carrying around, as well as his custom armor. And I think that was about it.
Harry says, Jimmy,
We,
do you think maybe we need some more light, considering that we're going into a dark cave? She's got an accent this
do
session.
we have some light? I don't know if we do. We've got some torches.
Is that enough?
So, well, we've got four torches. How much would it? Maximum six per item per.
One gold is 6 torches, so you could spend 2 silver to top that as 6 without using a slot. You
Sure,
can also get
do
lanterns that can do bullseyeing to give
that.
you
Six
extra
torches is
range and
fine.
that sort of stuff.
Can't
Okay.
afford it at the moment. We blew all our money on the dog.
Oh, you got the gem. Do you want to sell the gem? You get 1D gold
Oh,
pieces
I
if you
forgot
sell the
about the
gem.
gym. Yes. Okay. What's the gym?
Yep, roll 1D, and that's how much gold as you bring it to the market.
Forgot
Gemologist has
about
a
that.
look at it. God, you're
Five.
on fire with these dice rolls early, which viewers bodes not well for the remainder of the adventure.
It's only going to run out, isn't it? All right. So how much?
Oh, my
And sell the
video's my
torches back.
video's gone on that again, so that didn't work.
Oh, okay. So people aren't looking at us; they're looking at how the game's being
That's
played.
it.
Hopefully.
What did you ask about the torches?
So I can sell the torches back
What do you mean?
and buy a lantern instead. Sorry.
Yeah, you can. So you've got 6 torches now.
So I did have 6 torches. Yep. So
So if you
and
sell
then use
those
them to buy
if you sell
yeah, a
those
lantern
torches,
instead.
you'll get 3 silver pieces.
I need armor though. Don't I understand? I need oil though, don't I?
So a lantern costs 3 gold, and 6 oil uses is 1 gold. So that'll be
Yeah.
two
That's
slots.
2 slots. Is that
Yeah,
right?
correct. And you also need a
Yeah.
tinder
Well,
box to light the torches. No, none of you have one, I don't think.
just
Tin,
give me a
Tinder
second.
box is 1 gold piece.
All right. Well, guess who is going to have to carry the tinderbox, and that will be the Ari.
So you're just going to keep
And
the
so,
torches.
yep. Again, I have to keep the torches. Yep.
Okay.
Edit. So let's go back to. So it's 4. I must have had one in the past, but just disposed of it. So,
Yeah. It is a bit weird because you
yep.
would normally have that as standard. Well, you both would have
And we've
had
got
it,
every
so I
man
don't
and
know.
his dog knocking on the door. Yeah.
That's okay. This will be highly edited, not. Um.
Oh, sure. I'm just making adjustments here.
All right. As
Everybody
you
wants
you
to say
pop
hello
in.
quickly,
Yep.
quickly.
Oh, everyone wants to
Hi,
be famous on this channel. Wow.
channel.
Bring on
Ugh.
bring on the Gen Zs. We've got to
But
get
now
the
you're
Gen.
all on YouTube now. Well
We,
done, man.
I'm
yeah,
very
yeah.
jealous. I'm like a year
You
away.
could have at least brushed your hair.
Oh, how's Essendon gonna play?
Win by 1 point.
With your assistant coach?
Yeah, mate.
By what?
What did you say?
Your assistant coach is gonna be one of the ruckmen.
Oh, yes, yes. Your replacement ruckman is going to be one of your
Yeah,
assistant coach.
we're a bit down in
Yeah,
stocks. Rucking's
yes,
overrated. Don't worry.
fair
Um,
enough.
so
So
you gather.
being
Oh, was there anything else you want to
adjusted,
buy?
that'll do.
A reminder. Ari says, Jimmy, don't forget you've got that medallion.
Yes,
You can
that magical
recharge that. Don't
medallion with
forget you can recharge that up to 6 if you want to. I mean,
yeah. Well, not
6 gold
anymore.
per charge, but
Yeah, I've used all my money. That dog was expensive.
well, let's hope it lasts. Okay, so with that, you leave the city of Iron Spire. You say goodbye to Erendor as he points you in the direction, and you pass Tharrow heading back with his cart full of stone. He bids you well. Are there any questions that I can perhaps help you with,
Can you
Jimmy?
tell us anything more about this tomb?
Well,
It's
first
how did
I will point out that it is only a rumor. I was not in my time that these adventurers traveled, but a large collapse sealed them in their tomb. But it's believed
okay?
that a great treasure was hidden within.
Can I ask the question of Brother Ferric? Can he give me some sort of
He's actually fled to
knowledge,
the
maybe?
hills,
Oh, is he? No, okay.
so he won't be
His
able to
brother.
help you like immediately unless you want to spend time to go seek him out. But then others
No,
can perhaps take advantage of the situation.
all good.
You can use a hero point for to gain insight. Costs 1 hero point. You can ask a specific question and you'll know the answer.
No,
No, don't want to waste. What about Ari? She want to
yeah,
waste any?
not
No.
yet.
Hold on to those hero points, as they say.
Yes.
The good news is you don't need to make a roll for travel to the location because it's on the outskirts of the city, but you will need to make a roll to see the time of the day. So roll 1 dice and we'll see the time of the day when this information strikes your ears and you get equipped. Lower the roll the earlier in the day. Oh, you've just had breakfast, first light, the market opened
Lovely.
and you sold your gem to a jeweler. Everything is looking positive. You can now make a roll for the weather. The lower the better, even though you're going in a cave, so it's not going to be that critical.
Oh,
5 is not
Jesus.
good. It's not. It just means it's wet, so it is heavy rain at the moment. So the rain is pouring down as Tharrow says, I need to make it back. The rain is getting worse as you basically travel out to this cave mouth and it's pelting
Okay.
down. The road has turned to mud. The sheets of rain are just pelting against your face. saturating everything from your equipment down to your core. Not necessarily cold, like it's not, but nonetheless wet and uncomfortable. Okay, so you are facing the entrance to the cave, which has been given. Actually, no, I won't say that. It's covered in vegetation, so it's overgrown in vegetation. You're definitely sure this is it. You can see that the rock has collapsed, but the vegetation has grown over it over the years. But at the top, you can just make out sheets of water sort of draping over a darkened entrance. So you're thinking, oh, there's a bit of a climb to get up there. So probably they
Any,
saw it before the heavy rain set in.
any tracks to and from?
You can make a roll if you like. Have you got Pathfinder?
Nope.
The heavy rain literally has removed all tracks, including those made by. You can still make a roll if you want, but
Mind, yeah.
it is mined.
Oh, Ari will though as well.
Okay, she looks around. She says, "Let us get under cover. I can't see anything here. I'm soaking wet."
All right, let's get it. Let's get under into the cave then. That might be the best place to be.
All right, so you can see that normally you would say the rock climb, given the roughness of the large jagged rocks, would be no problem, but because of the slick rain, everything is more slippery and wet now. So
Oh
who is
dear.
going to climb and how are you going to do it as the rain pelts down?
Now, do we have climbing as an ability?
Climbing is is it
Athletics?
athletics or is it? Hold on, let me check my little thing here. Climbing is athletics.
Okay, well, Durax got some rope, I believe. Yes, he does. So he will make the climb first.
How are you going to? How's the rope going to help you? You've got.
The rope's going to help Ari to help her up.
Oh, so you're just going to do a natural climb without using the rope?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can use the rope. I've got who's got the grappling hook? Yep. No, he's got a rope and grappling hook.
Okay. Yeah, okay. You can attach your grappling hook. You can actually throw that up and try and hook it on if you
Yep.
want.
Let's
Yep.
do that.
Roll one dice. Would it be a might check or you think a mind check?
It's throwing.
Yeah,
Athletics.
that's might for sure.
What?
Yeah.
Now, because we're not, this is not climbing, is it? This is just a hook on.
This is to hook it on, and then you'll have a bonus dice to climb. You do, and you hear it. This is you're at max.
I need it. I need it.
You hook it on.
You're at points of plenty.
You hear it lock onto some loose rock. Oh, sorry, not loose rock. To a solid piece of rock or something at the top. You can't quite see, but you give it a hard pull, and you realize this is going to help for sure. You're looking
Beautiful.
at your compatriot Wolfie. His sad eyes as he's sort of looking at you. Oh, he's not sad. What is he? Reserved? Oh, he's just sort of by your side, sitting down.
Quite calm.
Yeah, looking a bit bedraggled in the rain.
Right.
We'll say that because he's
I-
got four legs, he can easily wind his way up. He doesn't need to make a climb, but he waits for you.
Sure.
So let's go. So
So
climbing is
climbing,
one dice for
2D?
climbing. Now, one dice for climbing and one dice for athletics and one dice for the rope, I think.
Yep, that's right.
Bloody hell.
It's 3D.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Whoa,
that's-
let's chest that. That's scary. Well, you have no problem with your bulging muscles. You come up. You love the rain. It just makes you look all sleek and sexy. You got the hair in a ponytail. Looks like there. You got the samurai.
Of course.
Is that the samurai
Oh,
gun
most
there?
definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
You make your way up because you're wearing armor. It takes you 2 rounds instead of the one, but there's no threat, nothing chasing you. So before you know
Sure.
it, you're at the top. You can whistle
Okay.
to Wolfie, otherwise he's the bottom, or you can go Ari.
Let's go, Wolfie.
Yep, you whistle to Wolfie. He
And
starts winding his way up. No problem.
Ari, make the climb.
And Ari starts climbing. So she has got one dice plus one dice for the rope.
Right.
You did one success. Oh, two successes. I'll tell you what, It's like a military operation. Smooth them by the numbers at the moment.
So we know what we're doing, mate.
You get to the top and you notice that the shaft is wide enough for one person, but only high enough to actually crawl on all fours, and it just stretches into the darkness. Um,
Okay.
the sound of the rain
Let's.
pelting outside, sort of echoes through the cave. The water doesn't look like it's going in, so the lip of it is wet, but it's not on an angle so that it's getting drenched. Just the mouth of it is saturated.
We will retrieve the rope and then light a torch.
All right, you strike a torch. Now, because of the heavy rain, I'll say there's a 1 in 6 chance that this torch that you're going to light is just soaked. So
Okay.
pick a number. You don't want to roll that, otherwise one's the bad number.
1, 1, 1, 1.
You shake it off a bit. It adds a bit of a protective coating, or I don't know. Anyway, it lights as you strike it. It takes you a few strikes. It burns in front of you. So who is going first?
Ari will go first. I will give
Ari's
her the
going
torch.
first. So in one hand she has her torch, and in the other hand anything, or
Has her
keep it?
shield.
Torch and shield. She shimmers through the narrow passage. Who is second? Obviously, Pat the Rat's with her, squeaking.
Yep. Woofy will go in the middle, and then I'll be picking up the rear.
Okay, Wolfie reserved. Okay, you're not going first. Like, didn't want it. Like, was looking a bit sheepish as it was looking in, but because Ari's gone in first, Wolfie, starts crawling behind, and you take up the rear. Where you are is darkness.
Yes.
You're crawling in darkness. Ari's in full light. Wolfie is in partial light, but the light doesn't reach you. If you mind that, well, you can't. Not that you can do much unless you want to strike your own torch.
No, there's not much I can do, I'm afraid.
All right, what's in your hand, if anything?
Bow.
Ooh, arrow notched.
Arrow notched, ready to go.
Okay, that's two hands. So you're shimmering. So you're both basically doing the little shimmer there. After what seems like an eternity, as it sort of gets some parts narrow, how what do you call those people that go in those caves? Rock.
Spelunkas? I don't know.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's a name for this.
No.
Anyway, you squeeze your way
Easy.
through. The sound, there's inside is very dry, which makes you seem like this is a very secure area. You don't hear any creaking or anything like that. It's bone dry. There's no vegetation that seems to be in here. No sort of moisture. It's just very cold and hard rock. Very sharp, jagged rock. And before you know it, Ari stops and says, "There's a drop. It drops into a room. I can't quite make out what's there." Actually, I didn't roll. Make a mind check for Ari.
Have a look. Let's have a look.
Only made up lies there. Oh, I can make out some sort of chamber. We seem to be at the top of it, and it drops down to, I think, what are bones, all broken and jagged, littering the floor. Did you want me to try
How
and...
far is the drop?
It looks as though it would be a near drop, so it would require a climb or a jump, and jumping is acrobatics.
I will just... has she got acrobatics? No, she does not.
If
I will
pass with
lower the rope
and-
down.
You can't lower it, but you could pass it to her because you're at the back, and it's only one wide enough for one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But so I couldn't throw the rope out and
Well,
lower it down so she
you're
can climb
going in
down?
a line, so she's in front, Wolfie's second, you're third. You can't pass anyone. You can probably just squash a little bit with Wolfie.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Yep.
But you could pass her the rope and grapple for her to try and secure and climb down.
Yep, do that.
She says, "Well, I'll have to drop something. I'll need both my hands, so I can either drop the torch down below or leave it up here on the ledge."
Leave it up here on the ledge, and then once you... when you're about halfway down, I can throw the rope down. Throw the torch down. Hopefully it won't go out.
Okay, she gets your grapple and you hear it sort of grind against some rock, and then you see her sort of try to turn around, because she wants to go
Cool.
feet first. She's not that commando-ish. She sort of shimmies around as she gets licked a bit by Wolfie. Wolfie, stop, Wolfie. This is not a game. It's serious.
He's reserved. He's reserved, mate. He doesn't just lick
Oh, sorry.
anybody.
Yeah, sorry. He looks at you. He wants to lick, but he doesn't look like. But
Not yet, Woofy. Now's not the
she
time.
puts her hand. She has to put the shield, mounted on her shoulder to use both hands to climb down, and you can make a roll for her. Same as the ascent. The descent also is a standard check. She needs 1 success, and she gets 2 dice, 1 for herself and 1 for the rope. She gets the 1 success, and you don't want her to go down the bottom. You're saying, I think.
No, not yet. As soon as she's like halfway down, I will throw the torch down so they'll be light
As soon as she starts descending, you move forward because you can, with Wolfie sort of just squashed near you, sort of thing. But you're enough to sort of look. The torch is sort of, she's perched it on the edge, between some rocks, and the grapple's on the other side. And it lights up this rocky cavern, and you're right, you're at the ceiling of it. And as you look down over the lip, you see the top of her head as she's sort of making her way down. And you can also make a mind roll as you gaze down.
1D. Oh, I don't see anything.
You look, and you can't see the ground. You can't quite make out what's there. Maybe it's the shadow of the light, and she's sort of casting a shadow over it. So you can't quite make out these crushed bones or jagged bones that she mentioned. But she gets halfway, and she goes, "Do you want me to go all the way down? I can see the ground."
If you can see it, and then I can throw you the torch, you can catch it.
Okay. She ends up going down, and you feel the rope lose its tautness as she sort of steps onto the ground.
Sure.
And you sort of hear a crunch of the bones that she was talking about. And she says, "I can't see quite forward." Does she have a torch on her? She can light another torch, or?
No, just that's why I'll throw the torch down to her. And hold on to the rope.
Who?
Make sure I don't... Hey?
You want her to hold on to the rope? Oh, you're telling
I'll
me.
hold on to the rope.
Okay.
Because the last thing I want to do is lose the rope in the darkness or whatever.
Yeah, okay, no worries. So do you just want to drop the torch down to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't try and catch it because
that's sensible.
Yeah, she just lets it land on the bone. When it lands on the bone, there's a 1 in 6 chance. There is like sediment and dirt. There's a 1 in 6 chance it goes out as it lands amongst. Yeah, it lands on the bone, and she picks it up. She goes, "Oh my God, Jimmy!" And as she's now picking it up, and the light's gone down, well, that was a free action for you because dropping is no action. So you could still do something as you see her about to pick up the torch. You notice as a freebie, it lights up an area of a near distance of broken bones. So there's no like complete skeleton. It's just like pieces of bone that litters the floor. Litters the floor.
Hey, still, Ari, I'm coming down.
Okay, as you start climbing, she picks up the torch. She goes, "Don't worry, I won't move."
Okay.
As you start climbing down, everyone roll turn order. So let's start with the encounter. There is something there. You can roll 6. Click turn over for the encounter. Oh, I reckon you've been so lucky with turn orders.
Oh no, past few. I've been last. So.
Oh really?
All right. So that's So this is me now.
Okay. Wow.
It's better, just enough.
Still low rolls.
And then Ari.
Yep.
Ari's first.
Okay. So
Are we doing Woofy?
No, Woofy acts on your turn. You can either get him to act first or after you. What did Ari get? 21. So there's no, unless you want to re-roll to try and beat Ari, but she can always delay to go down. Okay, I'm going to put some put this music on. Oh, do you want to keep playing? You happy to keep playing this encounter, or do you want to stop here?
Just tell me what's appearing, or
okay.
I'm not going to know.
Yeah, then you can decide. All right, I'll just unmute the.
Oh no, we'll stop the session here. But yeah, let's leave it on a knife edge for the next session.
Okay, cool. So what happens as Ari picks up her torch and you start climbing down? You haven't completed your action and she hasn't done anything, but she gets to act first. As you all feel, is there any sound?
Yes.
It is, but it's geez, very low. So much for the test. Test didn't do very well. I'm gonna ramp it up. As you yeah, you feel this gust of air travel through and it sort of rattles the bones as the air passes through, but the air is icy cold and it puts like your hair stands up on your neck, and all of a sudden Ari says, "There is something forming," and she lifts up the torch and you see there's a rattle of bones as the air is whipping up all the bones in the middle like a cyclone, but as the air's whipping those bones, they're actually connecting, and the wind's still like whipping around, and this creature in an instant forms in front of you. You'll probably know it because I ripped it from the halls of the old Fighting Fantasy, as I do take most of these out. So let's paste it there. So I'll describe it and then we can end it here. So in this cave of strewn bones, the bones rise. Now the height of the actual cavern is about 12 feet, so you climb down essentially, you know, that distance down. And the bones rise to form this humanoid skeleton. The last thing that completes is its head and the eye sockets, but you notice the eye sockets have their own swirling clouds of wind, and it sort of looks down, well, looks up at you and then looks down at Ari as the torch. Actually, you can make this roll because this is part of its, you guys get to act first, but this is part of its emergence. There is,
what am I rolling?
A 1 in 6 chance that the torch goes out.
Shit.
So,
1, 1, 1, 1.
Whoa! You see the flames sort of like licking as the air sort of flips around, and if you want, that's where we can end it.
That's where we'll stop it. Yeah.